The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Stern. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hawkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Stern. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stern. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Stern. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. from the gun. Stern. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Operating from the gun. Stern eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Stern. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ryan now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And finally out of bounds It's a big play there for Atlanta.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing again, Ryan. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Ryan. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Coming left is Kamara. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 2. Stern. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tyler Davison with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. From the shotgun, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. Ryan. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Ryan will throw again. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Ryan. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the Saints 11-yard line. Yo. Might be one. Let's go. Hey, Mike 20. Let's go, team.
Here's Ryan. Swinging this out for Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on first down. Stern. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Stern throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hawkins, and he goes out right around the 39.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 1st and 10, Stern. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw on second down. Stern. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 3rd and 2, Stern. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Stern. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Stern. It got his man complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Operating from the gun. Stern. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stern. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a one-point game.
14, Saints 13.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. We ain't giving him nothing to check.
Now it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, Don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw on second down, Stern. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville. He has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Stern. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stern. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go.
A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Falcons 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Ryan. It's caught. Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 2nd and 10.
We own them. We own them. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. 51, some.
Pollard going to try the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.